Hey there, movie fans. Welcome to the Blues of January 2019. We start off with the DVDs. I have 3 of them. I got them from a pawn shop for 50 cents each. First one is Top of the World, which is a 1990s action movie with Peter Weller and Dennis Hopper. Always wanted to see this. This looks like a fun movie. And here's another 1990s action movie with Robert Patrick. This is Zero Tolerance. This looks like a cheesy fun, this one. And the last DVD is Someone Behind the Door with Charles Bronson and Anthony Perkins. Also with Joe Ireland, Bronson's wife. And this is one of those late 60s, early 70s French thrillers that Bronson starred in. Others are Farewell Friend and Rider on the Rain. But this is a strange DVD because if I want to watch the movie with Dutch subtitles, I am forced to watch the movie with French language. If I want to watch the English version, the subtitles doesn't work. It only works with the French version. So that's very strange. And this is a Dutch DVD, so I've never seen a DVD like that before. Anyway, talking about Bronson, I also picked up Breakout. Now, I do not remember the last time I saw this movie. It's been too long ago, but I forgot how enjoyable it was and how funny it was at times. But this is a wonderful release from Indicator, come with the booklet, of course, and there's the other artwork right there. I wish it has deleted scenes because there are several that has been cut. Including those that explains why Robert Duvall's character is put in prison. There's not one explanation about that in the entire movie. But nevertheless, it's a damn good, enjoyable movie with a brilliant dummy death at the end. Next is Rituals. Now this is a movie that is being compared to Deliverance, which is understandable. It's about a group of friends going on a trip in the wilderness and something terrible happens. In some countries it was released as a sequel to Deliverance. I mean, when it came out on VHS anyway. But that was just a marketing stunt. Those two films had nothing to do with each other, but there are many similarities between the two. But this is good enough to stand on his own feet, and it is quite underrated as well, if you ask me. But it's a very nice release from Scorpion Releasing. Comes with the poster, nice artwork on the disc there. Yeah, very happy to have this finally on Blu-ray. Here are the 4K Blues of The Martian and Ex Machina. I got these from the Black Friday deal at Amazon, and they were shipped late November, but I never received them. Apparently they were lost in the mail. So I emailed Amazon and they sent me these replacements, and I got them just a couple of days after I contacted them. So outstanding service by Amazon. These are 2 fine science fiction films. The Martian by Ridley Scott. Still need to see the extended version. And Ex Machina by Alex Garland. And speaking of Alex Garland, I also picked up the 4K Blu-ray of Annihilation, which I loved as well. I hope they make more of these films. These thinking man's sci-fi films. And I wish this had a theatrical release in Holland. It only came out in American and Canadian cinemas. Apparently Paramount didn't have much confidence in this film, so they sold the international rights to Netflix. And that's a shame, because I would have loved to watch this on the big screen. You know, it's the kind of film that should have been seen on the big screen. Next is Cold War, a Polish film directed by Paweł Pawlikowski. Pawlikowski, yeah, I hope I pronounced it right. He also made Ida a few years ago, and I think that's a little masterpiece with one of the most stunning black and white cinematographies I've ever seen. And it was shot in 1:33 pan and scan format. And Cold War is no different, you know, same aspect ratio, shot in black and white. And again, it looks beautiful. But this didn't impress me as much as Ida did. The story feels incomplete. I mean, it's about this on and off relationship between these two characters, set against the backdrop of the Cold War. And the story skips a couple of years every now and then, focusing on the times when they meet each other. But it felt incomplete. You know, I'm not saying that the film is incomplete. I don't think it is, but that's the way it felt like to me. And also, I wasn't emotionally invested in these characters. So I think it has to grow on me. But for now, I would say visually it's outstanding. Story-wise, not so much. Next is They Shall Not Grow Old. This is an amazing achievement. I mean, what Peter Jackson and his team has done is simply extraordinary. You know, they had 100-year-old footage from the First World War, provided by the Imperial War Museum, and they restored it. They changed it to 24 frames per second. You know, these pictures had different speeds. Some were 10 frames per second, others were 15, 18, and so on. And then they colorized it. Now, I'm not a fan of black and white films being colorized, but this is an exception. It truly looks fantastic, and it has become a wonderful tribute to, you know, the men who risked their lives in this war. And you know, I completely agree with this quote here. Absolutely everyone should see this film. Now, Jackson is using the same technology to restore his early films. Bad Taste, Brain Dead, also known as Dead Alive, Meet the Feebles, and Heavenly Creatures. And he said that he wants to release a box set with these 4 films. And he wants to call it The Early Years or The Naughty Years, you know. So hopefully that will happen someday. And wouldn't it be great if Arrow Video is putting that box set out? I mean, that would be a collector's dream come true, right? But anyway, this documentary is essential viewing. Okay, next one is Let the Corpses 10. This is a French-Belgian co-production directed by Helene Catet and Bruno Forzani, who also made Amer and The Strange Color of Your Body's Sweat. 2 films that were very much influenced by Giallo. And with this film, they were inspired by European genre cinema as well, specifically French police films, Italian crime films, and spaghetti westerns. And they do it with style. Lots of style. Perhaps it has too much style. I mean, it's so stylish that at times you don't really know what's going on. It can be confusing, and you know, it's difficult to recommend this one. I mean, it's definitely not for everyone. I think some people might find this too bizarre and too artsy-fartsy, you know. I did like it, but I'm not urging myself to go ahead and buy the Blu-rays of their previous aforementioned films. I mean, I do want to see them someday, but only when they're on TV or Netflix or something. But let's take a closer look on this Blu-ray set. I believe this is from Belgium because it has, you know, French and Dutch writings on them. Here are the there's a little booklet. Here are the Blu-rays. Oh no, only one Blu-ray and 2 DVDs right there. And you have the artwork on the other side, which was also on the front cover. And you have the booklet. Yeah. Oh yeah, one thing, the music that was used in the film, those are from the soundtracks of Zombie Holocaust and Matalo, the spaghetti western that I've actually never seen before. But I recognize the music. But anyway, there it is. Let the Coarsest 10. Next is The Last Movie with Dennis Hopper. This is also a indicator release, and a wonderful release as well. It has the Blu-ray as a poster here, and a booklet, of course. Now I haven't seen the movie yet, but yeah, I can't wait to check it out. This seems to be a very strange sort of experimental film that Hopper directed. You know, right after he made Easy Rider. And there's an all-star cast. I mean, you have Dennis... no, not here. Here it is. Dennis Hopper, of course, himself is in it. And Chris Christopherson is in it. This is actually Christopherson's first movie, by the way. Peter Fonda, Samuel Fuller, the director. There's Hopper right there. There's Chris Christopherson. John Philip Law is also in it. He was best known as Diabolic, and he was also in the Lee Marvin Western, Dead Rides a Horse. Thomas Millian over there. Michelle Phillips, she was one of the you know, the mamas and the papas. She was married to Hopper, but not for a very long time. I think they were married, I don't know, a couple of days or something like that. I'm not really sure. But yeah, this is a great release. And here's the DVD. And of course it is limited to 3,000, and my number is 1343. The Last Movie. Yeah, great release. Next is Westworld Season 2, The Door, as it's called there. This is a great season. You know, the first one was brilliant. It was so brilliant that it didn't really needed a second season. You know, it was good enough. And now that I've seen Season 2, I think, you know, I was thinking that it doesn't really need a Season 3, which is what they're working on at the moment. You know, it won't be coming out until 2020. And I think that's good that they're skipping a year, because it allows the creators to come up with a proper story, you know. Just like what they did with the final season of Game of Thrones, which I'm very much looking forward to. But if they weren't going to do Season 3, then I would be fine with it. You know, it feels like the story is complete with 1 and 2. But I am curious about what they're going to do next. But anyway, let me show you what this, more of this edition. You know, this is a 4K Blu-ray and regular Blu-ray set. A little booklet there of the cast and the indexed, you know, the episode index and all that. And here is the code, the digital download code for anyone who is interested. And here are the 4K Blues and the regular blues right there. Yeah, I wish they showed more of the samurai world, or the shogun world as it's called, because that was really good, with Hiroyuki Sanada as a robot samurai. He's a terrific Japanese actor. You might know him from The Last Samurai and Twilight Samurai. But anyway, this was a great season. 2019, it's just a month old, or we already have two of the best Blu-ray releases of the year. Crimson Peak and Waterworld, both released by Arrow Video. And some people say that these movies don't deserve the Arrow Video treatment. I think that's nonsense. I mean, why not? There's nothing wrong with putting out a mainstream title every now and then. It doesn't always have to be foreign films or horror films or classics. But Waterworld received the most complaints. Many people doesn't like this film. I do. I love it. I loved it ever since I saw it in the cinema in 1995. I've never seen the extended version. Oh, hang on. The extended versions, the TV cut, never seen it, and the Ulysses cut. But I've seen this one, and I love the movie even more. So it is a terrific release from Arrow. I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen it, but for those who don't, here's the booklet. You have a poster right here, and of course you have the Blu-ray set with some picture cards. Here are the Blu-rays with the different versions. Yeah. I mean, I just absolutely enjoy the movie. I just don't know why people are complaining about it. But complainers will always complain. And this is, different than the usual Arrow editions, Crimson Peak, but nonetheless very beautiful. You have this little card box with the booklet in there, hardcover booklet. I mean, I just love the artwork in this. It looks amazing. And then you have some character cards. And of course you have the Blu-ray right there. I think I forget something. Oh yeah, here. Another poster. Oh, this is a future release of Arrow, Southland Tales. Now I would only be interested if they're going to release the original, longer version, the version that came out at the Cannes Film Festival, because it was received very badly at the Cannes Film Festival that the director, I forgot his name, he also did Donnie Darko. But anyway, he recut the entire movie, made it shorter, and that's the one that I've seen. It was okay, but I'm curious about the longer version. The Cannes version, if I can might call it that. But hopefully Arrow will release that one as well. But anyway, that has nothing to do with Crimson Peak, of course. But yeah, what a release! What a beautiful release! I absolutely love what Arrow Video has done with this film. Yeah, and that is it for my January 2019 update. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.